What's up, guys? Iceman here. So I live streamed this build a few days ago. I'll link that video in the description below. This is a Nova Sorceress that Liff, I believe, hooked me up with on Discord. Is this Liff or T-Vaughn? I think this is Liff. Liff is one of my moderators on Discord. Thank you, sir. May you have many wives for your services. He hooked me up with this sorceress. I'm pretty fucking sure it was him. Yeah. It was Liv. And as far as I see it, it's kind of an endgame Nova Sorceress. And the most expensive item is the Infinity. Of course, the Fortitude is kind of costly if you want an ethereal one. But the Infinity, I would say by a long shot. I mean, these things aren't only essential. You could probably put a Treachery on your Mercenary, a Tal Mask, and you'd be alright for a minute. Then we got Obsession. Now, Iceboy isn't very obsessed with Obsession, okay? I think they needed to bump this up a little bit in some way or form, as mentioned previously in other videos. I don't think it would be overpowered even if they give it an additional skill, but at the least I think they should give it 10 FCR or 10 to 15 Elemental Pierce at varying levels. Or maybe both. I think it should give both, and the shit still won't be overpowered. Because it's hard to pass up Heart of the Oak and Spirit. And having the option then to swap it out with something like Aki and Spirit, or even Astutious Temper, even though that item's kind of ass, and that certainly needs a buff as well. But this item, I found that the Weekend is actually very helpful in higher player difficulties. Of course, you can get 10 more FCR with Hoto and a maxed out Spirit Shield. So, I mean, this is like the traditional style sorceress. We've seen it in the Diablo 2 art, just wielding staffs. You'd think that the bitch could cast faster with the staff in hand, but I don't know. And as you can see, it has those other stats, but I'm just going to show you the gear real quick, and I'm going to go kill some shit. This is, of course, kind of expensive, especially if you consider the facet. This is a perfect Griffin. It's very expensive, but nonetheless, you just need any Griffins. You get a cheap Griffins, and shit, put like an rune in it or something, or an Orch rune, and you'd be good. Now, this is expensive as well. It's expensive as fuck, some amulet like this. In fact, that's probably the most expensive item here. What am I talking about? Hell yeah. Alder's Boots. Iceboy likes some Alder's Boots. You need 2 FCR rings to get to the 200 FCR breakpoint. And as mentioned, this can do players 8 without much difficulty. Hey, yeah, dog. Look at them. Look at all them goodies. Hell yeah. Alright, so. I have CTA on Switch. I'm going to quickly showcase how fast this Vayman murders in normal mode. Or not normal. Of course you murder in normal. In players 1 difficulty in hell. Okay, this is hell mode. These hotkeys are very nice. Look at this. Oh my god. Oh my god. How could you not, dog? How could you not want to strive for this bill? How could you not want to just blow all your currency on this shit? It's just so fucking fast. But I mean, it's expensive, obviously. But yeah, it's very fast, dog. Look at that. Hey yeah. Hey yeah. I mean, is that what we want? Do we want to be able to fly through this goddamn game? Yeah. I mean, there are other characters. Let me know in the comments. What do you guys think could perhaps top this build? Alright, I mean, this, in Players 1. This is Players 1 difficulty in hell. What the Toad do you think could top this in clear speed? I mean, the problem is, yeah, Javazan will wipe out the screen faster with a toss of a javelin, but look at how fast you can teleport. Look how fast you can teleport. Holy shit. You're just saving a lot of time getting from one enemy to another. Now, of course, I mean, you probably wouldn't even want to kill all this junk. You'd want to rather just go hit up them Seus and shit. Oh my god! Look at that amulet. Right, I forgot to show you the stats. See, there's the stats. 200 FCR. Very low magic mine. Well, whatevs. Oh yeah, okay, her res are maxed. Hell yeah. Look at this. Ice Boy's a pro in shit. Opening up them things with telekinesis. Like a pro in shit. But let me know in the comments. Is there another build that you told Sync would do this shit faster? Look at that. Like the Hammerden, you gotta wait for the damn hammer to spin around. Some are arguing that the Hammerden would actually be faster on Players 8, which it probably is. I don't know how good this thing is, but if we're talking about playing on botnet, like you guys know, you're generally not magic finding in more than a player's 1 or 2 game. Alright, I know you could try to follow the battle runs, but those last like 1 fucking minute. You could follow the battle runs, a lot of loading times in between, then you gotta wait for the damn games to be made, this and that. You could join like some trade game or some shit. It's just not very optimal. I usually magic find on my own, dog. Players 1 difficulty. Is that what you guys do? But look how fast it is! So... I mean, shit, I don't know. How would a Poison Necro do? Probably not very fast. Oh, my. Look how fast you murdered Satan. So we got the Javazon, which I really like. Well, not really its current iteration in D2R, but you used to like the Javazon. What else is there? Looks like the Hammerden. Blizzard Sork is kind of slow, but Frozen Orb Sork I guess could be kind of fast. But that wouldn't compare to this. I mean, I'm thinking we have like the Hammerden and the Javazon. That would really compete with this on Players 1 Hell difficulty. But what do you guys think? But look at how fast you can just zip around through here. Yeah, the problem is the Javazon, her cast frames are absolute ass. Hell yeah. Barbarian actually has good cast frames, I just realized. One of you toads helped me out in the live stream the other day and made mention of how the Barbarian and the Sorceress both have a 200% cast rate breakpoint. And I didn't know that. They were like the two that had the fastest cast rates. So of course there's that Warcry Barbarian, but his damage sucks. And the Nova Radius is like half of what this thing is. Half of what Nova is. Oh my. Okay. It's trash. Gotta pick up that Charming Sheet. And that. Godly. But I'm going to show you guys Players 8. Alright. Oh! Oh! Okay, I don't feel like going back. Dumbass. She can kill Belfast, alright? Just take Iceboy's word for it. Alright, here we go. I'm going to show you Players 8. Yeah! Here we got some Players 8 going on. Alright. I'm going to go to Cold Plains and pre-buff this shit. T-Storm is quite effective. That's right, I forgot to show you the skills. Alright, check it out. Usually got maxed out. Nova's level 40, 44. 6,400 damage. Of course, you max Static Field. You can max Thunderstorm. It's just nice. And look at that damage it does now. Quite nice. Max out this, of course. Put one into this thing. And then the rest into this thing, basically. After one into Frozen Armor. Yep. Yep. If y'all want to support the Ice Toad, links in the description below. You can donate, tippy in the tippy jar. You can buy Ice Boy's little cookbook. You can become a patron, which definitely pleases little Ice Toad. Thank you to my patrons. Blessings be to ye. May your finances be blessed and may you have many wives. Those who support the Ice Boy. Alright, so let me show you the Chaos Run. It's a bit more difficult. Remember, this is Players 8 now, so actually I'm going to go here first. And what you kind of want to do, you can use Nova. Look at your Nova. Look at the range on that. Oh my god. You see the range on your on your Static Field. That's what I'm referring to. Look at the range on your static build. Range on static is told. And that's what's nice about this, is now it's a synergy for Nova. So of course you pretty much just have to max that shit. And it's nice. It's nice. It's nice to max that shit. It's fun to max that shit now. Because look at the 30-yard range. Hell yeah. Of course, in Hell, what is it? Can you only get them down to 1/4 health? Or, I mean, 3/4 health? Or is it 2/3 health? I don't remember which. Yeah, but so it has diminishing returns in Hell, but still, it's helpful. It can be, especially if your damage is suffering to the level where it is more effective to use static. On some enemies, like on champions, it's really helpful on champions, I would say. Champions and bosses. Okay, this is ass. But I'm going to show you her murder other things in here, like right here. I'm going to show you murder some other things. See, it's still pretty fast. Problem is she suckles a lot of mana. So you got to be a fan of suckling if you're going to make this little creature here. She suckles a lot of that. She's a queen suckler, basically. So keep that in mind, man. If y'all don't like to suckle, then you might not want to go this route. There is actually a Nova Sorc that I'm going to test. You toads won't believe this shit. No, you'll believe it, but you probably heard of it before. You get crazy style points. I'd love to see the shit on a ladder, because I don't know if it's really the optimal way to go, but you get crazy style points for it. Where you, as the sorceress, actually hold the infinity, and you usually make it in like a normal pole. You wear the infinity, and then your mercenary wears insight. And then you just have a ton of lightning pierce, because then you actually take advantage. Of course, your cast frames suffer, but you can easily attain the 105 or the 117 with lightning cast frame. Although, would you need that? You wouldn't need that, because you're just using Nova. And Nova's not on the lightning and chain lightning cast frame. All right. So I think you only need 105, but whatever. I'll experiment. I'll find out. I'll get to the bottom of that bullshit. But yeah, basically that's what you do, and then you get to take advantage of the -55 to enemy lightning resistance that Infinity offers. So most of you guys know this. Some of you don't. That only applies to the damage that your mercenary himself emits. That pierce attribute on this item. That's always how it works. Whether it's on another character or on your mercenary. The conviction, of course, applies to any damage taken on an enemy that has the aura at their feet. Any lightning damage in this instance, as long as it breaks the immunity. So, of course, certainly helps your lightning damage. But when you do break a light immune with infinity, it's only, or anything for that matter, when you break an immunity with low res or with infinity, its effectiveness goes down to only 1/5 of its effectiveness, as opposed to how much it would pierce the resistances if they weren't immune at all. God damn! Fuck! But then when that's coupled with like griffins and stuff, those items will be 100% effectiveness, so you'll pierce it like by an additional 25%, shit like that after you break an immunity with infinity. So it's absolute toad. But god damn! Let me go fetch that body. I swear, dog, this character's pretty good in P8, alright? Alright, here we do B. Here we do B, killing these guys again. Oops. Forgot the most important part. Forgot to turn it on players 8 now. I had to leave the game. There we go. I want to identify those goodies.
I can't.
Oh, there's seriously not a fucking hot quick method to drop shit from your cube, like you hold control and you right click? Such bullshit. Yeah, they really need somebody who's played Diablo for like 50 hours plus or something like that. They need somebody who's on their team who's played Diablo for at least 50 hours. Oh my god, look at this. An Omron. I keep finding it, not just the second one, but I keep finding these runes on this PTR thing. I don't even give a shit. Or this is Hero Editor.
I can't carry anymore.
Do you guys agree with me? I think that the Vicarious Visions team, I think that what they need is somebody on the team who's played Diablo 2 for at least 50 hours. Alright? So we're talking in total, like, 2 fucking days straight. I know, sounds like a long time, right? But if you look at your playtime and shit, it really ends up not being that long. If they play for 50 hours straight, not straight, but if they have somebody on their team with 50 hours of playtime, that's what they need. You know, because quite evidently that's not the case. Quite evidently, it seems like maybe they got a couple people on the team who've played it for a few hours, maybe. I mean, it's not bad, but you know, you gotta like maybe you can get to act. Maybe you could get to Act 3 or something normal, a couple hours, if you're like a total noob to Diablo. So, you know, they probably have some people like that, with that sort of experience, but they need somebody with at least 50 hours of gameplay, I think. What do you guys think about that? Is that asking for too much? Because if they had that, they would probably be able to comprehend these little things that would just be so simple, but just so needed. Like, you should be able to drop shit out of your cube, similarly to how you can do it in here. You should be able to drop that shit out of your cube in the same way, but you just can't. You can hold control, and you can left click here, and it goes in your cube. Like, have another option, hold shift or something, and then the shit falls out. But just little things like that, dog. And obviously a loot filter. Anybody who's played Diablo for like 50 hours or more knows that sometimes you get so much shit on the screen your little rune doesn't show up. A little rune that falls, so basically you need a loot filter. I don't know, maybe we should make a petition. I mean, hell, anybody, basically any Diablo fan, like ever, could qualify for this position. Like, you remember those guys you played with when you're in middle school or high school or whatever? Some of them only played, like, I don't know, for a couple of months or whatever, on and off. Even one of those guys would probably be fitting. Hell yeah. So give me a hell yeah in the comments below if you guys think we should make a petition or some shit. Because if that's the case, a lot of these little odds and ends could be fixed. But as you can see here, the player's aid isn't that bad. You just got to be kind of careful and take notice of her weekend that gets cast occasionally. I haven't really been paying attention to it, but it happens, and it's quite helpful. See, the static is going all the way over there. My God, is it taking half his life? It maybe can take half their life. Here, yeah. You guys see what I'm talking about? You see what little ice boy's talking about now? Look at that static. Just got to be a bit more strategic. Control your mark a little better than what I was doing. Do this and that. Here, yeah. That's all you really need to do, dog. But here's Diablo now.
I can't carry anymore.
Methinks.
I can't carry anymore. I can't carry anymore.
But yeah, just static Diablo. Oh my God. Okay, I think it does go down to half the life. Absolute toad. But anyway, that's Player's 8, man. Let me know what you guys think about that. Of course, these characters... I mean, the pit in Player's 8 is probably... would be a great way to farm. But I think this is definitely a worthy character to want to invest, like, all your freaking currency into. If you want, like, a super fast PVM monster that's not... or a character that's not a Hammerden. I feel like I'd rather have this. I've had a Hammerden like once, maybe twice. Probably even ran it without Enigma. Because I didn't want to buy this shit. I didn't want to take handouts back in the day. I was a little duck. I mean, yeah, there were times when I did, but... Spiritual journey, man. See, look at this, how cluttered the screen is. A monarch? Okay, it's a... Oh, yeah, look at that. You can make dragon in that shit. Or something or another. Like a sorceress dragon. Well, that'd be stupid. That would be dumb. The repair cost would be crazy expensive, but it'll look cool. It'll look cool in that shit. Yeah, but this is probably a great pit runner. I don't know how it would compare to, say, the Warcry Barbarian, although I think the Warcry Barbarian... I mean, his damage, it kind of sucks. Like this, you have your Infinity that can help with the damage. This is a great pit runner. Like I said, the problem is, if, like for players 1, like if you're doing single-player pluggy, this would kind of suck. Maybe compared to a Hammerdin or a Javazan that's all geared out, but for players 8. But for players 1, how is there really anything faster than this in players 1? Let me know in the comments what you guys think. I mean, and even for the pit players 8, is there anything faster than this? This is cray-cray. The benefit, there's like the Zerker Barbarian or whatnot, or the Warcry one. You go around, you hunt the bosses, and you item find their corpse, so you kind of... You almost double up your time. Even though even a good item find, I think, is only 70% chance, something like that. But yeah, you're getting a lot more out of your efforts, so you have to factor that in when you're comparing like the clear speeds and all that. If you want to get down to the nitty-gritty. But hell yeah, there's the pit anyway. Alright, Ice Boy's going to take off for now. Appreciate you guys for watching the video. Like I said, links in the description below if you'd like to support me. Peace be with you.